you'll never be alone. I hope that you.
And help is not there when you needed it. All hope is lost, all chances are gone. You gaze upon seemingly unattended stars. If you are from a religious origin, you look to your God to rectify and for explanations why. We all have done this. We look at the sky, we say, God, why me? Why now? Why this? What did I do? You contemplate your current situation and ask Him to lift all anguish. You look for hope. I'm here to tell you, dear friend, that this pain will not last forever. You will find that motivation. Pain cannot and will not live on. For as long as we've been humans living on this earth, we have always prevailed. We have always moved on. It sounds cliche, but this too shall pass. The situation seems like it's hardest. It seems like you can't go on any longer. But you will. You have. Remember that at this moment, we are but a distant memory in the minds of our children. What a powerful statement this must be. We are but a memory. Everyone, everything we do is but a memory. Don't waste those memories dwelling on what could have happened. Pick yourself up, limb by limb, muscle by muscle. Stand to one foot. Grasp a hold of something if you have to. Walk slowly, step by step, so you can find the power inside. Now I'm going to tell you about my friend called Russell. I'm going to share this story. Again, my book is available on Amazon. It shares stories just like this of individuals met along the way, finding the power inside, stories of trauma, grief, and then the steps presented to overcome and to find your inner strength. And my friend Russell, he was a down and out individual when we first met. The human lifespan varies amongst nations and people. Different society and cultural norms value less or more time spent with family. This is normal. We cherish our loved ones, for they will not be around forever. The seeds of our future lie in our children. Is this why we sometimes put other things before the human experience? Why is it that we often seem too busy or stressed out over our job, over income, over the little things in life? After all, not one individual, I truly believe, I say this all the time, people who know me can say that I say this all the time, that any individual has died saying they wish they would have spent more time at their job or on a certain task or belief. They all wish they would have spent more time with their family or loved ones. Think of the angry, disheveled old lady who wishes she would have been nice to her grandkids. We often get engulfed in our own devices, our own minds. We lose track of people that are right in front of our eyes. They are the ones who love and cherish us the most. Sometimes it can seem like it's too late until we wake up and we realize. I met Russell when he was struggling emotionally and coming to terms with his own life. He was a 57-year-old man with graying hair and a long, straggly beard. He would sit across the room and gently sipping on a small cup of coffee as to savor every last moment. Thought that was very odd. He was savoring every moment. He was taking his dear sweet time. He moved with a sloth-like appearance, very, very slowly. I wondered why Russell took his dear time in his activities, as I soon would see this would become a metaphor for his life. Russell had many lines on his face, many wrinkles, a crease in every corner. A permanent look of worry lay in his eyes when we first met, as though it has become ingrained there over the years. Dark circles and puffiness were part of his look. He was in a drug rehab for having his third consecutive DWI. This time the treatment was court-ordered for some time spent behind bars, and Russell had felt the consequences. He had held varying jobs throughout his life. He worked in construction at one point. as a crane operator, and then he held a steady job for 3 years as a deckhand on a tugboat. He was once the assistant manager at a used car lot. All the time, his obsession with his job left him with a feeling of stress and overwhelmingness. Stress entered his life profusely, as many of us in society today are prime examples. This would eventually lead Russell into turning to the bottle, turning to alcohol. Russell, however, was not worried or not consumed with a court order this time. He was soaking up every sober moment to reflect. He would participate when asked, though somewhat shy and reserved. He looked down when he was talking, as though he didn't believe the own words that were coming out of his mouth. He didn't believe in his own soul. He shared that he had 7 grandkids and 4 kids, 3 of which were beautiful daughters who became very successful. But he didn't know how they became successful, nor did he know his grandkids very well. In fact, he didn't know them at all. He confessed this. He couldn't even give you 3 details on their life, nor 3 things he was happy for. It turns out Russell didn't know his family very well at all. He admitted to drinking through every trivial moment and every crucial experience in his life. Throughout, Russell had been in and out of treatment facilities, halfway houses, prison, drug rehabs. His adult daughters had given up on his lost soul long before this time. A couple tears rolled through Russell's deep wrinkles on his face that day. It was the most heartbreaking experience for everyone in the room. I assure you I was there. There wasn't a dry eye. He verbalized he had wasted his whole life drinking away. A faint view of 57 years flashed in front of his 2 weary eyes, and everyone watched as a grown man cried. Every heart was touched. A few tissues and taps on the shoulder that day overshadowed the prayers that night. "Help me," Russell said. "What is left of my despairing life?" He begged. He looked to the stars in the heavens for advice. Thoughts of what was missed and dwelling of the past filled the tears in his eyes. He had reached his rock bottom. Now, Russell had many obstacles to overcome. Many letdowns and broken promises led to resentments. He started by focusing on himself. He strived every day to make himself a better person. If you'll follow my next video, I will continue on how Russell strived to make himself a better person. And soon...